Hello, you motherfuckers. Welcome back to Panels and Scribbles with your host, Jordan. And the other host,
Kodo.
That was amazing, Kodo. I'm good. You know, you're getting paid for this, and that was an amazing introduction.
What the hell?
I love you, man. It's been a long time.
You know what I've been thinking?
Yeah?
Like, what is this episode 5 or episode 6?
I have forgotten. What fucking episode is this? Fuck!
Episode 5. It's episode 5.
Okay, it's episode... Is it episode... Are you 100% sure? Are you serious?
Yes, I checked it. It's episode 5.
Okay,
Panels and Scribbles, episode 5.
Episode 5. Yes, this is episode 5 of Panels. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes,
So
okay.
we are... What manga are we going to talk about this episode?
We're skipping to the point this time. The manga we're going to talk about is a manga by a guy named Eiji Masuda.
Who is Eiji Masuda?
Who he is the fucking writer of this manga, which is called in Japanese Jitsu wa Watashi wa, which is
what is Jitsu wa Watashi wa? I don't speak Moonrune. Actually, I'm learning Moonrune, but yeah, I'm just trying to play
you're
along.
learning. Oh, you're learning, motherfucker. Jitsu wa Watashi wa, if translated, is basically actually I am ... However, from what I know, in English translations, like official English translations and releases, it's called My Monster Secret. So if all of you know My Monster Secret, but you have never heard of the Japanese name, you learned about it now. This is a romantic comedy manga. It ran for about 4 to 5 years, from 2013 to 2017. That's actually 5 years. 2013 to 2017.
Can you stop me here first? I want to say, I prefer the actually I am the name over My Monster Secret.
My Monster Secret sounds like My Monster Secret sounds like a piece of shit name. What the fuck?
Yeah, it sounds like some really cringy romantic game.
No, it just sounds like a guy who just doesn't know how to fucking name shit. My Monster Secret is the most... It's boring. There's nothing interesting about it. Actually, I am. Oh, that gives a bit of intrigue. What are you? That kind of stuff.
I'm actually a pervert.
Hey, you technically are telling the truth, since there is a fucking pervert in the series.
Yeah, there's actually one.
So what's the plot of Actually I Am? I don't know. I'd rather just call it Jitsu wa Watashi wa.
I don't know.
Really. I'd
Why
rather
is
just
that?
call it what Jitsu wa Watashi wa. Actually, I am.
The
story is basically...
Jitsu wa Watashi wa. Let's call it Jitsu wa Watashi wa.
Jitsu wa Watashi wa. The story of Jitsu wa Watashi wa is... it basically follows a normal high school guy named Asahi, who finds out that his crush, Yoko... I don't know if that's pronounced right. Yoko. Is actually...
Yoko.
She's actually... a vampire! I'm sorry.
Is this Twilight?
Yes. No, just kidding. This is better than Twilight. It's funnier than Twilight, even though Twilight was already hilariously stupid. But this is funny because, of course, it's romantic comedy.
Is Twilight not good? Nah, okay.
Yeah, Twilight's a piece of shit. And slowly throughout the story, he finds out a lot more people with, I guess, secret identities in a sense. He finds out there's an alien, there are werewolves, people from the fucking future, and a lot of weird shit that gets pretty crazy as it keeps going on, which is pretty fun.
Okay, so I want to say, like, they made it obvious that secret is a big theme of this manga. So that's why everyone has like secret identity and stuff. But too bad there's no superhero.
Which is interesting, if only because of the fact that Asahi is technically written as a character who cannot, or at the very least cannot keep secrets properly.
In
the sense that he cannot hide. He doesn't have a straight face. If people point him out and say, "Hey, what do you know?" he fucking panics. But of course he doesn't say it out loud, but he sucks at keeping it a secret. He sucks at just hiding the fact that he knows something. But for some reason, nobody ever finds out until like pretty late in the story, which is pretty cool, I guess. Are you there? Did you die? Hello?
I'm writing note. I was letting you talk, so I'm writing note as it goes on.
You were writing notes.
Yeah. Do you have any more to say?
We could continue on. I mean, this is just basically just as... I don't know, what the fuck are we talking about? We don't plan this shit, guys. We don't fucking plan this shit.
You're introducing and you laid out the synopsis and
I've laid out the synopsis, the basic idea of what is happening. After that, it might as well just be spoilers and stuff, so we're not going there. We're not going to spoilers.
No, we haven't recommended this manga yet.
We haven't even talked
who's the author?
I have talked about who the fuck
okay.
You bitch-ass motherfucker.
We know it's Eiji fucking Masuda, but who is Eiji Masuda really? Do you know about him? Have you read?
I have read his other stuff.
About him? And how is he like? Is he a guy or a girl or is he a robot or is he a vampire?
Why do you want me to know all this shit?
Well, I think as much background for author as possible is a thing, in my opinion.
I don't really care for I don't really care about knowing the author personally. I have read his other works. He has one where about a story of I don't remember how many people, like a group of people who have group of students technically, I think, who have the same first or last name. I think it's first name, and of course it's just basically like a story about friendship, of drama, of that kind of stuff. He has another one. There was another one, something about an invisible girl, who it's basically a story about if you get some sort of email on your phone or something like that. If you, I guess, do something with the email, maybe
okay, hold on,
for fuck's sake.
Okay, so about the one everybody with that same first name, is that Sakura Discord?
Sakura Discord, yes, Sakura Discord, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then the one with cell phone.
Not cell phone. It's very short, like a few chapters long. I think it's only one volume.
One volume. How to make an invisible man.
How to make an invisible man. That is it's a great story. Because it has an amazing twist at the end, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it is a great story about... I don't even know what the fuck the moral is, actually, but it is just about a guy who gets that some sort of phone email, does something with it, becomes slowly throughout a time span, he slowly becomes invisible. People start forgetting him. He starts disappearing.
Sounds like a mystery.
More so a drama, I guess. There's a bit of a romantic drama sort of thing. But yeah, I get it is a bit heart-wrenching and stuff. Then there was Masuda's, I think his latest work. I don't know whether or not it is. Maybe he made a new latest thing. His latest
work is Weekly Hachi.
Yes.
Shukan Shonen Hachi.
Yes, that one was cancelled. I was stumped because it was actually very interesting. It's still... A part of me, if I remember correctly, it is a bit like...
Bakuman?
The design... No, the designs are basically just a bit like Jitsu Watashi wa. But it is basically the story about a guy who wants... It's the story of a guy who wants to draw manga. And Bakuman. It goes to a sort of a manga school thing. Yeah, so it's like a school battle manga about drawing manga.
Bakuman.
Shut the fuck up. I have never even read or watched Bakuman. I've heard a lot of good things about Bakuman, let me tell you one thing.
Same. But Bakuman is also like a shogun, battle shogun, making manga.
Making manga. Where you're...
Yeah, there's a story about making manga. Yes, the most famous one, people point to Bakuman.
Yes, I know. Other than that, I don't know what else he's made, but all of the stuff he has made, it has been consistently interesting for me, in my opinion. I like his stuff. He has a way with drama and stuff. He's also a pretty good artist, from what I can tell.
Okay, so he only has 4 works in the mouth. This time
From what you hear, he only has 4 works. Okay, so let's assume that's all he has made.
So you have basically read everything he has.
Technically, I've read everything he has. I don't think I've read the ending of the new one, Hachi.
The Shukan Shunga Hachi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have not finished reading everything about it. I dropped it halfway because I thought, okay, I'm just going to wait until it keeps going and stuff.
Shukan Shunga Hachi lasts less than a year.
Which is weird. It was actually pretty good. I really liked it. I don't understand why no one else, like, at the very least kept up with it. It's pretty nice.
I see.
Then again, I might have to reread it just to check whether or not it was as good as I'm saying it out to be. It might be pretty bad. I don't know.
Okay, now we can move on to the recommendation of Jitsu Watashi wa, which is his most well-known and most successful work because it's the one that lasts the longest. Everything lasts less than a year.
Nearly 200. Does it have 200 chapters or nearly 200 chapters?
No, nearly
190 something, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 190 something, yes.
96? I remember 6. So let's not check. Let's not check that. Let's assume.
Don't remember. 196.
Wow.
196.
That's amazing. 196, yes, 196.
So who's gonna recommend it first? Who's gonna talk about whether they recommend it first?
Let me say it. I suppose I should. I found this manga pretty early on, actually, in its run. I think it was just less than... It was, of course, less than 100 chapters. I don't know if it was less than, 50 chapters or anything like that. But I found it. I thought it was pretty interesting. It was pretty funny. Actually, very funny, now that I think about it. After reading it and rereading it multiple times, I still laugh out loud because... This is one of the better comedy mangas out there, or the very least the better reactionary, sort of a reaction-based comedy. It's not about dialogue and stuff. It's not about the absurdity of dialogue.
What is reactionary? What do you mean by
reactionary? Mind you, I would come to believe there are official terms for this kind of comedy. I'm just making this stuff up, the reactionary term. I don't know whether or not there is a term for this, but Jitsu Watashi wa is puts all of its comedy chips on either the absurdity of the situation, the reaction of everyone about the absurdity of the situation, or just both together and stuff like that. Of course, they're always together. What the hell am I saying? I'm sorry. And when I say reactionary comedy, I meant in that sense, where everyone is seemingly a bit to the side of they're the straight man. There's a group of people who are the straight man, who know that everything around them is just weird as shit. And they always have the greatest reactions to the fact that they're living in a world that's fucking insane. And here, this is the case, because Eiji Masuda has a way with drawing expressions. Later on in the manga, of course. In the beginning of the manga, his art style isn't the indicative of what he will become later. Because later on,
his art style actually improves.
His art style changes. It improves.
Yeah, his art style changes as you go on.
Yeah, everyone has bigger eyes. They're more expressive. And that's where most of the comedy is. The expressions. The sheer explosion you see as they look at something and go, what the fuck is that? He died. No, just kidding. It's basically as I've said before, it's basically where the comedy comes from. And I like it. I like this kind of comedy. I don't know whether or not you do. You can tell about that later. But if you are that kind of person who likes this kind of comedy, this is your story. However, the story also has amazing character development in the sense of there are some things that are foreshadowed in the beginning. It builds up into now it's out in the open. Now the readers know properly. Then after that it keeps going on, there's more drama, there's build up. Then there's the nice climax that sometimes doesn't really go anywhere in a sense, but you can still feel, of course, its lingering effects, like maybe on some of the character relationships and all. The characters are, of course, very, very fun to be with. I suppose there are some characters that can be a bit obnoxious, but in the grand scheme of things, they're just there for comedic relief. Like, every character is there for comedic relief. But all of them have a point where they're actually a bit sane. You know they're sane. But they can dip really deep into a real weird stupidity about them. Which is, again, pretty fun. The drama's pretty good, in my opinion. Then again, I don't really read that much drama, so it's a bit hard for me to make a good assessment. But it's basically like the character development. There's a lot of good build-up. There's always that hinting in the beginning, then there's the build-up, of course. There's the climax, then there's the, that dip in between. From the epilogue, the conclusion. And Eiji Masuda has drawn drama before he drew, from what I can see, before he drew Jitsu wa Watashi wa. So it wouldn't make sense for him to actually, at the very least, have a deft hand. Or at the very least be familiar with writing dramas. And drawing dramas. That should be noted. Because the art style is very good at conveying either comedy or drama. He's very good at these two. He's very expressive, but he knows when to tone down the expression for this is still toned up, but dramatic expressiveness to how he does stuff. And it's pretty fun.
Okay. Is that it?
So I recommend it.
Is that all of it?
Yes.
You sound like you definitely recommend it. You definitely recommend it.
I definitely recommend it.
So just now before the recording, do you know why I asked you why I'm worried about this why I'm worried about this episode?
Is it because you are under the impression that because you have an opposite opinion to me,
yes,
we were gonna beat the shit out of each other? Because I would beat the fucking shit out of you.
Fuck this shit. Okay, so I don't like this. Yeah, I'll be frank. I don't like this manga at all.
Do you have a reason?
Don't. Yes, I do. Like this. When you recommend this manga, I feel like you actually torture me, but recommend this manga to me because it's too boring. So it's like I say it's not. So we have done 5 manga by now. I say this is the worst experience. I won't say the worst manga. Like the worst one, I say is the what's the name again? Misumisa. But this one is second worst. But Misumisa is short. It's just 20 chapters. This one is like fucking hundreds of chapters.
196.
So it's so it's like torture. To me, it's like really boring, and like I'm trying to read all of this, and then I like as a result, I think I missed out. I noticed I can actually miss out quite some things. Like there's characters that appear and they talk like they talk like they actually have been appeared for a while, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm probably miss out the character introduction to this guy, because I'm just trying to finish this thing. And then when I finished it, I was like planning to maybe reread, but I never got around to it. I really don't like this manga. So I was thinking why I don't like this manga at all. So and then it clearly shows itself as a comedy, as a shonen comedy, and then I was like, okay, so I don't find this funny, and I don't find the serious story interesting. Like why? And then I start to read a bunch of comedy manga, and then I try to see, okay, what kind of comedy I like, and then why I don't like this manga. So the conclusion I came to is this manga is very, very jack of all trades.
In what sense?
So this manga, okay, so they have comedy, and it's a shonen, it's in high school, it has a slice of life, and it has romance, it has harem, it has ecchi, it has let me think. He has creatures. He has cute girls. And then the comedy I say is pretty various. Yes, all kind of comedies. So I say it's very jack of all trades. Yes, a lot of things. And then as a result, it's like only they have a lot of breadth, but there isn't much depth. That's what I think. I think this might be why I don't like it.
It's as wide as an ocean, but the depth is that of just a puddle.
Yeah, that's why that's why I think that might be why I don't like it. Like, because I just really, there's a lot of things. There's many different kind of things. And then I don't like, and then I cannot like really like them because they're not interesting. Like, even though there's so many things that I actually I'm quite interested in. Like, I can enjoy a good comedy, and I can enjoy the unique great face, the cool face. Like, I think the author he can draw some cool face. Yeah, but I think even better face drawn in manga. And then it has tropes that...
It's not really about whether or not it looks good. It's not about like, oh, is it a better face or anything like that. I don't mean but you can continue.
No, but the face the face is a unique part, I say. Like, he draw a lot of good face. It's part of his art style. And then, yeah, if like one slice of life I've seen did done better elsewhere. If I want some specific kind of comedy, then I can read a comedy that specifically does this kind of comedy and it really make it even better. And then, yeah, if I want a good romance, I can go read something that really does it even better. It's like, I have so many things, but I can pick it out all of them, and then I can go read something, and I think I pick it out, and then I just remember that I've read or seen something that is focused on that aspect and did it even better, or have aspect of that and did it even better. So I think that's why I don't like Jitsu Watashi wa at all. And then the story. Also, the story. You said about regarding the drama. I feel like
you said you didn't like the drama. It is a bit.
Yeah, I don't. And then
I suppose if you pull back, it is a bit shallow in a sense.
Oh, okay. No, I want to say, like, I think they the author throw everything, all the serious drama, all the serious story, to the back, to the last 2/3 of the story. Like, I noticed, like, only in the last, only like 10 plus volume inks, each volume has a story arc dedicated to each character. And then those story arc doesn't appear pre-volume 10. It's only happen post-volume 10. And the pre-volume 10 is, most of them are like, not most, all of them are gag situations, gag manga, and with a bit of, and slowly they're putting a little bit of story, like story bits, a bit by bit, but they're mainly gag manga. And then even after the confession, even after they confess of spoiler alert, like, yeah, there's like dating.
There's a dating
the
and
main
stuff.
character, yeah.
Whether or not this is still
dating.
the spoilerless section, so we don't know whether or not it happens in the middle of the story, in the beginning, or in the end of the story. Who knows? Shh! Don't say anything. Shh.
Yeah, fine. I want to say this. So even after this dating thing, and yeah, it's still gag, and then a little bit of story, only like feeling a little bit of story, and then it's like post volume 10. Yeah, we throw everything. We throw all the story, the deep story, so the author can wrap it up. And so by the end of it, like the final volume is just all close up to everything.
The final volume is actually the final volume is, as the final arc, a bit.
No, I don't think
weird
final volume is the final arc.
Tone wise, it's a bit different tone wise, I guess.
Is it?
there's
like,
still quite a lot of gags in terms of like the final big arc sort of thing.
I thought final volume.
But it starts to be a bit dramatic, doesn't it? Wait, no, it's the final volume after the big arc sort of thing.
The final volume is not the final arc. The final volume is basically an epilogue. That all I think aside from the first or second chapter, the rest is epilogue. They just close up everything, and then the end, and then everything is like it goes up everything. So everything is serious, and then they make it emotional. Like I think like it's assuming the readers have spent so much time with this character, so they try to make it as emotional as possible, and then it ends. Yeah.
And
so
is that bad?
And then, well, if the person really love this manga, I think the person can relate to the final volume very much. But since I don't like it, so I just read. Okay, I read the epilogue. It ends. Yeah, it closed. I say it closed very well at least because there's no loose end.
It closed very well because it closed on the writers, on Eiji Masuda's own terms. It wasn't the manga wasn't cancelled from what I remember. I think he just ended it on his own terms. He's like, okay, yeah, we're done. Let's end it.
Everything is wrapped up.
Mm-hmm. There's no abrupt ending, basically.
There's no like open unresolved plot lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think like this manga has so many things. It's like so many things like put in it. I think, and I have a feeling that if I read this manga when I was younger, like back when I was 16, when I just started getting into manga, I think I will love this manga like hell. But I'm a boomer right now. I'm 20.
You boomer
something.
Boomer motherfucker. Okay, yeah, boomer.
So I don't like this manga anymore. But if I'm younger, maybe I would like it because there's so many things.
Maybe.
So my conclusion is I won't actually say I don't recommend this shit. I say maybe recommend this if you didn't read a whole lot of manga. And then I say it's a beginner manga. Because there's so many things.
So it's more a taste thing. Like, okay, it's not my taste. If it's your taste, sure. If you're developing your taste, this might be a good manga. If you already have,
you can. It thinks there's so many things. Like maybe start from here, and then you like try to develop taste. Yeah, work from here. Yeah, so many things.
But it seems more like a comedic taste sort of thing. Drama is there, but comedy is always considered.
I think the comedy is the main. I think the comedy is the main genre. But even in comedy, it is pretty wide. I say it's all kind. It's many kind of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like each character is dedicated to different comedy.
But all of them are absurd, though, aren't they? They're preposterous. It's insane.
Okay, we can bring this discussion to the spoiler section.
We could.
Yeah. Okay. And that's it. I'm done with it. And then I think we can.
Go. We could go to the spoiler section now.
Yeah, we can.
Everyone who does not wish to be spoiled and wishes to look at the manga itself, look around, see whether test the waters. Maybe first few chapters, first volume, maybe. See if you like it. If you don't want to be spoiled, you may have to leave now. In 3, 2, 1. Fuck off. Okay, let's do
Okay,
this.
now we can go into spoilers.
Yay!
Okay, so let's start with the one you said just now. Like all the characters are absurd.
No, not all the characters are absurd. Let me try and think. Asahi is basically, in my opinion, one of the least absurd characters. Because he's basically
the main character. He's the main
shogun
character.
He's the straight man of the entire story.
Yes.
And he is the one who basically reacts to everything most of the time. Other characters do have a lot of reactions, but
I mean, he's the most normal. He's like a normal high school boy.
He's the normal guy. Yeah.
He's the most normal out of everyone. Maybe if you're counting the other characters, like maybe the guy with glass, or maybe his sister.
Mikan? His sister actually is also pretty... His sister... Oh my god, I'm remembering a bit of what his sister does. Because his sister doesn't really become like a plot point until later on in the story, where she does appear a few times. But yeah, his sister is also one of the straight people, quote unquote. Straight in the sense of she's basically the normal person in this weird idiocy.
Wait, there's another. There's another normal person. Mikan. Yeah, childhood friend.
Mikan is still a bit absurd in the sense of, in the beginning, she's basically that evil queen who, she's gonna find out your secrets, she's gonna put him in the newspaper, she's so evil. But later on she very quickly mellows out, which is pretty fun, which is pretty nice. Even though, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, she is still a bit weird, I guess. What do you say? What do you want to say?
Yeah, about Mikan. Yeah, so I don't know why she's called Evil Queen, just because she likes to expose secrets. That's really weird. What about...
She likes to expose secrets because she likes people suffering.
How the fuck is that evil? That
because
sounds
she
like...
likes people... She fucking likes to see people suffer. She literally... Do you know how Asahi... Do you remember how Asahi stops Mikan from releasing those photos of him and Yoko?
You mean chapter 2?
If I remember, was it chapter 2? No, it was chapter 2 or 3. Shit, I forgot. Pretty early on in the manga. Very early on in the manga. 3. Yeah. Where he basically just says, yeah, sure, thanks for releasing them if you want. Yeah, you can release them. Thanks for that. And she immediately just stops. She doesn't want to do it. Because she wanted Asahi to, like, be fucking tortured by the fact that these photos exist, that he has been exposed of something embarrassing. I will come to believe the evil queen part is also a bit hyperbolic. It's, again, just to show the fact that, wow.
Yeah, they call her evil just because she exposed someone's secret. And then when you say about...
By the looks of it, she actually exposes a lot of huge stuff.
And does she really...
Because, no, if I remember correctly, quite late into the story, during the part where the new principal, I don't remember her name, tries to, what was it? Like, hires, like, this lousy TV. Yeah, the new principal, the big, the
Thanos.
Yeah.
I call her Thanos.
The Thanos. I'm gonna destroy half of the school population because half of them are not humans.
Okay,
in that arc, there was this two people in like a TV crew and stuff like that. They come around. Yeah. They go to school at like night just to like look for stuff. I guess.
Yeah, that part.
To, like, to do their own expose about, look, there are these non-humans and stuff. But when Mikan appears in that chapter where they do that, literally the camera guy goes, "Oh my god, it's the evil queen! Even he knows Mikan is the evil queen." I don't think we know what kind of stuff she actually exposes, but from what we can tell, it's at least got her like a reputation. Like, she has just how much stuff she has. Maybe how much stuff she has.
They make it pretty clear that she has a reputation when she was first introduced. And then I remember there's one chapter where it's like I think it's the glass guy, the guy who likes Mikan. I forgot his name.
Okada.
I don't know. Maybe it's the glass guy. And then who also has his own arc. Yeah, the glass guy, he like talked to he say like Mikan is trying to do this to get what's the main character again? Asahi's attention. Yeah, I think that's one story arc. Like the gas guy say Mikan is trying to do this to get Asahi's attention.
Ooga booga.
There's one
Whoa.
chapter.
Mm-hmm.
She do this, and then after that chapter, Mikan is not. She doesn't act like her like reporter counterpart, her journalist or reporter or evil queen counterpart anymore, and she doesn't really wear glasses anymore. And it's also when his glasses start to talk. Her glasses start to talk.
Her glasses start to talk.
And then
yes, it should be noted.
After her glasses start to talk, she isn't like shown as the evil queen anymore. She's just shown as the childhood friend, and she doesn't really expose like
but then
doing
again,
her
that could just be
part.
but then again, that could just be because every time we see Mikan, we see her either not in a school setting alone where she is doing her job as like a school reporter, or we always see her with friends. And I guess at this point in time, since they're friends and stuff, she really isn't interested in having that persona. I'm basically just saying every time we see her, she has no need to be the news reporter. She may still be doing news reporting outside of her scenes, but how do we know?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I agree with that, but it's not shown in the. However, it's not shown much in the manga, so it might give. Not showing the story, so it might give the perception that the evil queen persona is dropped out. And then besides, like that only her evil queen persona only really returned in the Thanos arc.
In the Thanos,
which is like the cameraman.
Thanos arc.
Like the cameraman, like the reporter they got going to the school.
Oh my
and
god!
And then Mikan comes in and save everybody using her evil queen persona.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment.
And then, yeah. So, I want to ask, have you seen the character poll? The character popularity poll?
Nagisa wins the character popularity poll, if I remember correctly.
Nagisa wins the... Yeah. And do you know the author's favorite character?
Nagisa? Who is it? I don't remember.
The author's favorite character is Mikan. Yeah, it's
the
stated
author is Mikan.
Interview.
Oh my god!
No, the author just say that he likes Mikan because he think Mikan is like the alone type of character, because Mikan is a childhood friend, so she's not gonna win. So he feels bad for Mikan, and he thinks he likes Mikan.
Hey, at least Okada actually gets with Mikan, from what I can tell in the future. Ooh.
What? Oh,
Okada gets with Mikan.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, the
actually, we don't know about that.
Yo, I don't know why. I don't see it in the manga, but after reading like a few, I think it was in the. Then again, this was Reddit, and I went through a few other forums. For some reason, people do insist that Mika does get with Okada, and that Asahi and Yoko get together. Of course, Mika and Okada get together. They both have kids. Asahi and Yoko have a daughter. Mika and Okada have a boy, a guy basically, a son, and the daughter and the son get married and have like that the girl from the future, Rin, if I remember correctly. Is Rin? Yeah, it should be Rin.
Okay, what? Wait, what the fuck?
No, remember this. Rin always says that Asahi is her grandpa. Mikan is also her grandma, but they are not married in the future.
Yeah.
So, for some theory, I don't know whether or not it's a theory or whether or not it could be in some other omake sort of thing that we didn't see. Maybe a 196.5 chapters or something like that. Chapter 196.5, I don't know. but they do say Mikan and Okada get together and stuff.
Okay, let me lay this out. Like it's very chaotic. This whole thing is actually very chaotic. Yeah, so there's a big, very, very fucking big spoiler only revealed in the Tangos arc, which is the final arc. So yeah, the bad thing happened in the school, like when bad thing happened in the school, which is who's the vampire again? Okay, Yoko, she going insane, and then she going insane in the school. So she just get taken away and disappear forever. And then Asahi becomes broken.
He's broken inside. He's sad.
Broken inside. He just becomes a sad boy. Become a sad boy forever.
Sad boy.
So
He becomes sad.
Mikan feels bad for him. So Mikan was originally going to leave the town, and since he has become such a sad boy, he just returns to the town just to take care of him. Like, he just takes care of his life, and then until one day, like, they receive a baby which is like half vampire, and they assume this is the child from Asahi and Yoko. So from that on, Asahi, Mikan, and Okada always follow Mikan. So these three just kind of take care of the kid together, Yoko and Asahi's kid together, and then they have a normal life. And then eventually the kid grows up and married and has kid, which is Ring. And then so Ring calls Mikan the grandma because Mikan also took part in taking care of Ring's mom.
We could assume that?
And because Ring, Mikan is together with Asahi. Like, Mikan takes care of Asahi, and then when the kids came, she's still with Asahi.
So we are under the impression that Rin calls Mikan grandma because of the fact that they are close, not because of like family or something like that.
Because Mikan basically acts like the mom by that point. Acts like how should I say? Acts like the wife at that point, because she's like just living together with Asahi just to take care of him, since he's such a sad boy.
But Rin isn't,
and just basically stays with Asahi until the kid has grown up and has a family. Hello?
I don't really know how to.
And Okada say he never give up on Mikan, so he just always follow Mikan. And then,
but that doesn't really stop the fact that the idea that Mikan and Okada may still get together in the future.
Is that it? Then
Yes.
won't that make Mikan involved in a polygamous relationship?
Mikan isn't even. The fuck are you talking about? I'm so confused now. Mikan isn't in. I don't even think Mikan is in that kind of relationship.
Okada, so what I think, like, Okada only follow Mikan around. They didn't even say that Okada and Mikan marry.
Because I think at that time there was no need to say it. Because then again, if
there's no need to say it, how are you so sure that they
because the idea at the time was when Rin tells Asahi this story, the idea of what happens in the future. But then again, the idea of telling who Mikan marries is also something that might break the future, because you're telling too much, I guess.
What do you mean by telling too much?
I don't really know. I'm very confused myself.
You're confused. Yourself.
Even in Wikipedia, it is stated.
Wikipedia?
That in Wikipedia.
Let me check. Jitsu, with the wiki or the Wikipedia?
In Wikipedia, you could check the wiki as well. Even in the Wikipedia, in Wikipedia. In Rin Kiryuin's section, at the end, it is still said her grandparents are eventually revealed to be Asahi, Yoko, Mikan, and Okada. But I don't remember where this is coming from. Her
grandparents is revealed to be 4 person. I hear 4 names.
Asahi and Yoko, then Mikan and Okada.
Asahi, Yoko, Mikan.
Basically,
Okada.
their kids married and had Rin.
Okay, the kids have Rin.
Hmm?
Whose kids has Rin?
What?
What did you say? How did you say that the kids had Rin?
I am so confused by what you're saying. Their kids have what?
What you are trying to say? Okay. I'm in Wikipedia. Her grandparents are eventually revealed to be 4 person.
Because they're grandparents.
Okay.
Get these two pairs get married. They have a kid. Those 2 kids get married, and they have Rin. Family tree sort of thing, like trickles down.
Yeah, the family tree. I just remember the family tree thing.
Although I don't really know where this is revealed. I don't remember this. But a lot of places, even Wikipedia, insists this is the case.
Okay, so from what I've only read it once. So I might say that I'm not too reliable. But really, but what I remember is because the Okada is when Rin tells Asahi about the truth. Like Okada is never mentioned at all. But Okada is shown in the panels, and
because why does he need to be mentioned?
Yeah, he doesn't need to be, and that's why. And Okada is always seen to be always following Mikan in the panels. And then the part where it explains that Mikan takes care of Asahi, that part is shown and also mentioned. And then Okada is never mentioned, but Okada is drawn to be alongside Mikan. So that's why I say that Asahi, Mikan, and Okada takes care of the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kid is Ring's mom. And then Ring's dad, I don't think it's ever shown. But there's that vampire hunter.
They showed the dad once, but it was only as like a shot from the back.
Who?
And I think it was like from
I don't know who.
It's just one page. And for some reason he had a sword, which I guess is why Rin also took up the sword, I guess.
Oh, and there's also a character like the vampire hunter who also like Yoko. That guy looks like Rin. I don't know
where he is from.
I don't know what's that guy.
I don't remember shit. He's
that's
also
a guy.
Kiryuin, actually, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember.
Yeah, he's Kiryuin. He's San Kiryuin. Yeah, he's a vampire hunter who likes Yoko as well.
Interesting. Then again...
So in the Wikipedia, it says it is implied that his father marries Okada's mother. Who's Okada? Wait, who's Okada?
The guy with the glasses?
Oh.
The fuck? We've been talking about him for so long. Jesus.
It's implied that his mother marries.
At one point, Okada does talk to his mom in the phone, where he's basically talking to her about like her remarrying another guy, because I guess his dad went away or something like that, and now she's remarrying someone, which may be why the Kiryuin name appears here rather than Okada's surname.
Okay. Oh fucking okay. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so after talk about this and then after revealing the truth, and when Ring tells Asahi about the truth, they never say anything about whether Okada and Mikan get married.
Because that's not fucking relevant to the story.
Yeah, but just now the original point is that on the Reddit people say they are married, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
They never mentioned in the story.
They might have gotten it from somewhere else, because I remember reading that there was a sort of a extra chapter where we do see the grandkids, but
There is?
On
Does
what?
that thing
no,
exist?
but on what context? I don't know. I haven't been looking around.
That doesn't exist. The extra chapter doesn't exist from what I read. And also, I want to say, even after the timeline change, which is the end epilogue basically, we never seen Okada and Mikan like officially dating.
Aren't they still just trying to chase each other? Isn't Okada still trying to chase her by the time it ends?
Sorry?
Isn't Okada and Mikan still chasing each... I mean, isn't Okada still chasing Mikan by the end of the story?
Yeah, Okada is still chasing Mikan, but that doesn't mean that they start dating. Okada is still chasing Mikan.
There is very ample reason to believe that since Asahi and Yoko are together, there will be a point where Mikan will go, fuck it, I'm just gonna go with Okada, I guess. I don't know. This is more or less like a sort of a romance thing. So, of course, most of the time there will be a happy ending for most of, if not all of the characters. We can very easily assume that Mikan and Okada have their own happy ending. If only because that's Okada's happy ending.
Yeah, so for Okada, for the ideal ending is Mikan. For the ideal good ending is Mikan give up, learn to move on from Asahi. I always forget the name. He learned to move on from Asahi and then date with Okada. That's the ideal good ending. But no, in the ending, it's just shown that Osada continues.
Because I think there's no need to show it. If there was enough hints in the original, before to say that yes, Okada and Mikan do get together and marry.
No, there's no hint.
I think
even in the future, even in that future before they change the future, it's never saying they marry, because, well, I say it's never mentioned.
I say it doesn't need to be mentioned.
Yeah, if it doesn't need it's irrelevant to the plot, then we don't need to say whether they're married. Yeah, I think we are done here. Let's move on.
We're done here.
I think that this is kind of confusing. Okay, so who is your favorite character? Do you have a favorite character?
I don't really have a favorite character per se. I do have a favorite pair though.
Favorite what?
Which is a favorite pair. They're like two people.
I have characters that rub me the wrong way.
I've heard you could. There are a few characters who may rub people the wrong way. I've heard about this.
Really? And because I think the characters
should be the devil girl actually. What was her name again? I've heard people not really like her.
The succubus?
Not the succubus is another character entirely.
The devil? You mean the teacher or the principal? Suika.
Akane, the principal. Yeah,
I like to call Suika. I like to call Akane.
The candy hungry version of Suika. She's not drinking all the time. She's just fucking eating everything that's sweet. Nom, 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 sweet stuff. Chom chom. Yum yum.
Okay, actually, she's quite popular. I mean, she's top 3 in the character pool.
Akane is pretty cool. Akane is pretty cool, but I've just heard that some people may get rubbed the wrong way with her. But she is still. I still love her a lot. She's such an interesting character.
Well, like again, Akane is a character that again I feel like she has a lot of personality. Like not as saying like good thing as a lot of points. Like she's
Akane is a Deus ex machina in a sense. She can do anything.
A lot of elements.
Yeah, she can do anything, but she is fallible in the sense that her something granddaughter Akari, the teacher, gets to beat the shit out of her, which is always a great gag.
Like, how should I say? Mikan. How should I describe Mikan? Like, she's both mature and childish. She's both mature and childish.
She has two sides. She can be childish. Sorry.
She's both mature and childish.
Yeah, she's both. That's what I said. She has two sides basically. She has the childish side. She has a mature side.
And then
I mean, doesn't the mature side always comes out when it comes to Rin, doesn't it?
mature side.
Like there was that one. Like there
the
was
mature
that
side
one
only
time
comes up. Mature side only comes up when the story gets serious.
No, doesn't she at least put Rin to like go do her own fucking groceries? She really just acts like a mom at that point.
Ring?
Because if I remember correctly, the girl from the future who's basically
Ring. Okay, I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
I don't remember the part where Akane brings Rin to the grocery.
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
I heard you say
Mika,
that.
aren't you? What the fuck?
Akane.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about Akane.
I thought you said Mika, you fuckwit.
Fuck. I'm sorry. Fuck the names. Okay,
Akane
we're talking about Akane.
Mm-hmm. But Akane has been more or less extremely childish throughout. There are points in time when she can be mature, but the maturity is basically the mischievousness of a devil. She can be very cunning. It's not really mature. She has a mature side, which is more pronounced at like the Thanos arc, as you say. Ooh,
Or
mature.
basically any serious part.
But she is more consistently childish, though. It's still just basically
Well,
about her.
I disagree. Because I think like the childish part is shown for gags. Or during
it's shown a lot
side.
more. She's more consistently
Because this is a mainly comedy. This is a mainly
comedy manga.
And most of them are gags. So of course her childish side is gonna show more for a laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And only like her serious side only shows during serious ones, like the Tangos arc, which is the final arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum.
And then about characters that rubbed me the wrong way. There are two. Which is what's the soldier again? What the fuck is soldier?
Nagisa?
Nagisa, yeah. Nagisa and Mikan. They just rubbed me the wrong way. I think I remember the first time I read Jitsu Watashi wa Mikan makes me literally scream. Because I'm a boomer. I've seen so many childhood friends by now. I've seen so many childhood friends by now, and I know she's gonna lose. And then indeed, she's gonna lose. And then I also find her quite ugly. Regardless of whether she takes off a glass or she wears a glass, I think she's an ugly character overall. And then she's also a childhood friend, so
your aesthetic. Okay.
I know she's gonna lose.
So it's more an aesthetic thing, and thematic thing.
Aesthetic and trope thing. I say it's aesthetic and trope thing.
Is a childhood friend a theme? I don't know.
Trope thing. TROP.
A theme thing.
Trope thing.
Trump. Yes, it is a Trump thing. Donald Trump.
Not Trump.
Yeah,
Trump.
yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a trope thing.
It's a trope thing.
Yeah, I think it's a trope and aesthetics thing.
I'm still fine with the childhood friend, if only because the childhood friend does at the very least.
No, I mean,
have the character
childhood friends
there.
are always going to lose. So when I see it, and I was
doesn't really matter to me. I'm just there to value the childhood friend based on what they do, not based on how they end up. I'm there for the moment. I'm not there for the end.
I agree. I think trope doesn't make a bad story. I think trope can still make a good story. But unfortunately, I don't like this story. So of course, Mikan's story, I also don't like it as well. So yeah, she rubs me the wrong way. And then her looks doesn't do any better job. Doesn't do any good job. Her looks make it even worse. Then for Nagisa, I feel like Nagisa is also kind of cliche. Like I also feel like I have seen so many characters which is like like, okay, so this character is very good. Like the character is good at everything, but when it comes to love, oh no, doesn't know what to do, and then everything is just like, become
In the grand scheme of
irrational.
things, it is still a romantic comedy, so she is not very good at a lot of things.
Become irrational and stuff, and then there's Nagisa. Like, yeah, she's very disciplined. She's supposed to be very disciplined and good.
She is alien in how good she is. But she is also an alien. Wink, wink.
But when it comes... No, I don't get your joke.
Are you a piece of shit?
But when it comes to the love, and then she's just like, becomes irrational and things. And then... Yeah, and then so I don't understand why she's top one. I don't know what people likes in her.
She is an interesting character in the sense that she's a bit tsundere-esque, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think she's that tsundere.
Maybe not.
I think she's just... She's
Dere,
just
dere.
another
There's a bit of a
character
dere
who's
side.
gonna lose. I think she's just another character who's gonna lose.
A character who's gonna lose. But there's a part of me that realizes, in the grand scheme of things, her relationship with Yoko and Asahi is quite an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
Because she understands that, of course, at one point the two do like each other. But she herself also likes Asahi. So it becomes a very interesting... The dynamic comes from the idea of Nagisa just trying to not go between these two, even though Nagisa does like Asahi to the point where she actually confesses to him at a certain point. And throughout the manga, there's that gag of oh no, she hasn't really gotten over her. Let's just give her some more time or something, or some shit like that. Which is, of course, I still like the comedy of that part, so I guess that's pretty funny. To you, it may not have been.
Which part?
Basically, that was my point.
Which part?
I don't remember which part. It's just like a very short gag. Like, it just... And after it disappears for like the bigger gag of that chapter.
Okay.
Nom, 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 nom.
I don't remember.
Of course you don't fucking remember.
And then, speaking of Nagisa's, speaking about that dynamic thing, it's also something that I've seen it done better elsewhere. It's one of the things that's seen it done better elsewhere.
Who cares about if it's done better elsewhere? How is it done here? I think it's done pretty okay.
I say dog. Alright. Dog. Meh.
Ooh. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
it's
meh.
acceptable. You can look at it and go, it adds some depth. Meh. Sure. Not head.
Sure.
Head.
Sure,
Not,
like...
not head. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Thanks for putting it in, I guess. Woohoo. Then again, it does at least add some... It does add some depth to a character in the sense of, she's struggling to find out where the hell am I going? I like this guy, but I also like my friend.
I think Yoko's serious arc is... I think Yoko's arc by the end of the two-thirds of manga. The Nagisa's... Not Yoko's. Nagisa's arc. The one that the future Nagisa come back. The arc...
And stuff, yes.
Yeah, that one is more interesting than Nagisa's falling in love.
Then again, I suppose the falling in love part gets a bit boring because every other character at least every character that's really close to Asahi at one point may have a bit of a like thing. Yuko does it. Nagisa. Mikan. And then there's that...
What do you mean?
In the sense of, look, we've seen this story before. In the same manga. It gets a bit boring. Which isn't really that big an argument because of course, pretty early on, like not even halfway through the manga, Asahi and Yoko do get together. So of course they've technically already won. No one else is gonna...
In 85, chapter 85, they get together.
Not even halfway, yeah.
Not even
so
halfway.
So basically, you basically already know, no one is gonna win other than Yoko because she's already fucking won. So which is a very interesting... So I guess in the grand scheme of things, because of the chapter 85 thing, Asahi and Yoko, getting together, it makes everything a little more fresh. Because rather than just like, these characters, they can't really say I love you to this guy because all this stuff happens, blah blah blah. They all like him, they all want him. Rather than continuing that and letting that be stale, they just have the two in as a couple. It's something like it feels a bit like Nisekoi actually, where just for some reason, the manga just kept.
I told Nisekoi that we only know who wins at the end of the manga.
Yes. No. I'm trying to say like there's a difference between the two. In Jitsu wa Watashi wa, the author from what I can tell, the author knows when to stop with that gimmick of these girls are liking this guy, but for some reason they can't really tell him. Or he likes this girl, but for some reason he can't tell her. The author knows when that is getting stale, so he stops that degradation by saying, okay, there is a conclusion. They are now together. Let us continue on with the aftermath of this confession and stuff.
I also need to say that even after Yoko and Asahi gets together, Nagisa and Mikan still doesn't move on. So their plot...
They still don't move on. However, the dynamic is different. The dynamic is now rather than just getting Asahi's attention, it is now trying to, I guess...
cope with unable to move on.
Either cope with the inability to just stop and move on, which is, if I remember correctly, Nagisa's problem. She still likes the guy.
I think Nagisa move on. Nagisa successfully move on.
Nagisa still likes him, but moves on at a certain point. Yes.
Nagisa moves on, but Mikan never moves on.
Mikan never moves on. Mikan's dynamic in this couple is basically the idea of, hey, I'm not giving up. I will continue trying.
Okay,
and
now
you cannot stop me.
Now I think Mikan is more annoying than Nagisa, because Nagisa has an arc that I sort of like, but Mikan doesn't have one, and Mikan is ugly.
Sure.
So yeah, at least I find Mikan more annoying than Nagisa now. Yeah. And then...
Okay, boomer.
Fuck.
Wow. Okay. and that's how the podcast ended. Kodo exploded the moment I said, okay, boomer. He's dead. We will be seeing his funeral in Ireland. Is it Ireland? I don't know where you are. Maybe.
No, I don't want to die in Ireland. I want to be... At least
come back here and then come back here wherever you are, and I'll say, okay, boomer, and then we'll bury you where you exploded.
Yeah, spread my ash in Malaysia, or maybe in my hometown. Yeah,
somewhere your hometown, wherever that is in Malaysia.
Yeah, somewhere in Malaysia.
Somewhere.
Okay, so
we don't know.
this one, I find it interesting, because of one aspect. And it makes me view the characters in another angle. It's Shiho. Shiho's arc. No, the werewolf, the pervert.
Yes, I know. What with the pervert guy, the pervert girl with the pervert guy. Was it that arc?
Yeah. No.
That arc was amazing.
Yeah. So, because that arc is basically Shiho realized she likes Asahi. And then, I think what I find interesting about this arc is, what I find that why it changed my viewpoint is like, I think Shiho is a masculine character, and she has, because the whole arc is she dealing with her feelings for Asahi, and then up until then she doesn't admit that she likes Asahi. And then, and then the arc is her finally dealing with, okay, I actually like Asahi, and then I will go and confess it. And I think that part is interesting to note that, like, Shiho is actually a masculine character.
Masculine?
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like this Shiho, so Shiho is actually a masculine character, and...
Is it masculine or just a...
masculine, I think like, it's kind of masculine.
Or at least a character that takes control.
She always like she takes control, and then she's like try to act like very confident, and she takes control of things. And if she confess, it's kind of like a bit more submissive, then maybe a bit more feminine and stuff. And so that arc is basically tell her, and since her mom also wants her to tell her it's okay to fall in love. I remember that part.
Oh yes, I remember that part as well.
So I feel like the arc is like it's basically toxic masculinity. But what I interpret that
is
arc,
it toxic?
Toxic
is it? No, it's toxic pervertedness. Because we must remember she's the charismatic female pervert, or at least the daughter of the charismatic female pervert.
Yeah, I get it.
Whoosh whoosh.
Yeah.
And it's basically just her going with expectations, but only being told, dude, you can break the expectations, okay? Calm down. But I really
it's a little bit different on that. For me, it's a little bit different on that. Yeah. Okay, go on.
No, I just like the arc because it's so stupidly hilarious when you find out that no, you're not gonna be with Asahi, because she's under the impression that at one point she will be with Asahi.
Oh,
no,
did it?
You'll be with his stupid friend, his perverted guy friend Shimada. You know, the guy who for some reason keeps going after, like, I think these.
I actually don't remember Shimada up until that arc.
Oh, Shimada's a great fucking character. He's so stupid.
I don't remember him as a character. I don't remember him as a character until after Shishizo arc. Like, oh, okay, so he's a character that has been. He's a recurring character that has been introduced at some point. And I don't remember.
Yeah, he's been with them for, like, in the beginning.
I don't remember.
Asahi's three friends, Okada, Sakurada, and Shimada, have been together. They all have an Ada at the back of their names, I just realized. Okada, Sakurada, Shimada.
Who the fuck are those people? Osada is the guy with glass, and then Shimada is the guy who will end up with Shiho.
No, yes, the guy with the sort of that weird haircut. I don't know how to say it. He's very like a bowl shape on his head. The bowl-shaped haircut.
What does he do?
He's the ultimate massive pervert. He is the ultimate disgusting pervert.
Oh, Shimada.
He's not a charismatic pervert. He's a stupid motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason, he has one of the best gags in the manga, where how is it like again? He always either goes after Nagisa's brother, who, of course, as we know, is in the female mechanical suit and stuff like that, and he always thinks he has a chance with her, but for some reason, at the end of like the chapter where he and her are starring in, he will always be taken away by a policeman. And either Asahi or just people who are involved just look on in this.
Yeah, that's a recurring gag.
That is the best recurring gag I've ever seen, because it's stupid. And it just comes out of nowhere. It's so preposterous. What the fuck did he do? Because we never see what he does. We never see what happens that causes him to actually have the police be called on him. Something.
I remember there's one of the gag that like Shiho like originally going to save Shimada from the police, but then she learned something. And then she just let the police take Shimada away.
But no, it's more like almost a nearly half-page spread.
Yeah, it's always
of just a reaction.
Always the same. It's always the same drawing.
It's always the same art, and it's so funny. I don't know why. There is no change. It's always Shimada just having himself taken away, and it's just great because at a certain point, we all love to hate Shimada because he's such a fucking weirdo. He doesn't get it. He thinks he thinks like he's such a charming guy. But everyone just looks at him like he's the most disgusting piece of shit. At the moment he gets his comeuppance, it's hilarious.
Unfortunately, I don't remember him at all.
You piece of shit. You have no sense of humor. I'm gonna say this again. You have no sense of humor.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
I have comedy I like. Okay.
Where the fuck were we?
Let's see. What can we say? What the things can we say?
I do remember. I have this one. Didn't I say I had like a favorite pair? At least like a favorite.
Oh yeah, the favorite pair. What's with that?
The funny thing is, the favorite pair actually is with two characters that don't even have their relationships being shown that much at all. It's Akari and Sakurada. Remember the teacher? The teacher.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna bring up
and Asahi's friend, who is like, for some reason, the buffest motherfucker. Who's 18 years old.
I was gonna bring that up.
He's 18 years old, you should be honest.
He's a high school student, that's what I know.
He's a high school student, but he for some looks like a fucking baller-ass man. Look at him.
Is he that muscular? I don't remember.
Not really muscular, mostly he just has the facial features of a man.
He has a what?
He has the facial features. He's drawn as if he's pretty mature. He's drawn pretty maturely. Look at him.
To me, he's drawn like a man. Like a
he's drawn like a man.
Like kind of like a bit like delinquent. To me, he was drawn a bit like a delinquent.
He was a delinquent until the teacher at one point beats the shit out of him, but then also tells him, some motivational stuff, and that's why he comes to the school in the beginning of his story, technically, in his flashback, which happens at like a part of one chapter.
There's one thing I want to comment about the teacher. Mm-hmm. So the teacher is obviously a trope, the kind that never gets married. But there's one different. Yeah. That's one thing different. This teacher is able to get married in the end, because usually teachers with this kind of trope never get married. So kudos for that.
And that's why I love the pair so much, because of one thing. No, because of like a few things, or at least two things. I'm a bit stupid. I don't know. I don't know how many things I like about it. One is, of course, the fact that the trope has with Akari, the teacher, goes on for a long time. It's a running gag about the idea that, hey, you have never gotten a boyfriend. You're also extremely idealistic about how that would happen, because she always imagines her future boyfriend to come in with a white horse, all that stuff, like
that actually happened.
Stuff.
That actually happened.
That actually happens, which is again pretty cool. The idea of all this foreshadowing, because in the beginning, since this is all like a comedy manga, we all are under the belief that nothing's gonna fucking happen. She might as well just continue being the lady who never gets married, the teacher who never gets married. But in the end, she does get a technically boyfriend in the form of Sakurada, which of course
it's a boyfriend until they're confirmed dating.
Boyfriend, they're confirmed dating, but in the grand scheme of things, she can't really date because it's a student-teacher relationship. They can't do that until he graduates, which he does graduate in the end. I don't remember whether or not they have a scene together. I think they have like one panel or something.
I don't remember. But they have a more certain future. They have a more certain future than Mika and Okada. Let's just say that.
They have a more certain future. And here's the interesting thing that I remember. I don't know if this is truly a 100% fact. Remember that one I don't know whether or not you remember this because you fucking forgot everything. That one chapter where the angel girl, Karen, has that little radio show thing, like Japanese high school radio stuff. The radio show thing.
Okay. I don't remember what the content.
No, I remember she reads a letter from one of her viewers, basically. However, that viewer has a name extremely similar to Sakurada. I think he just he had like a fake name or something like that. Of course, he doesn't want to like reveal his identity. And the letter is about this Mr. Sakura something, saying he or she, we don't know who this person is at the time, likes a teacher. And I have a lot of leeway to believe that is basically Sakurada saying, oh shit, yeah, I like Akari, what the fuck should I do? at the time, which is because that was literally like a long, like a few. I think it's almost a few volumes away. I think I don't know. We have to check.
It's shortly after the confession.
No, it was. If I remember
correctly, it's shortly after the confession.
After what confession?
Confession. Asahi and Yoko. Shortly after they started dating.
I think Karen was. I don't remember. Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karen, the angel, was basically revealed at that time. I think. So it was pretty. It's pretty close. It should be there.
I remember there's a radio.
You must remember Yes, and if you remember Sakurada's arc about him going, I want to confess to our teacher Akari, is quite a while away. So the author basically, if this is true, I don't know whether or not it is, it's very coincidental, but I will come to believe it is.
So you are trying to say the author... You're trying to say the author has...
Foreshadowed it.
Yeah, foreshadowed
it. I need to recheck this.
Actually, in the interview...
Once and I was like, holy shit, wow.
In the interview, the author said that not everything is planned. Some are made up on the spot, some are planned. Let me check.
We could assume at one point he planned to at least have Akari, the teacher, get with someone.
Yeah, I remember he did say that some part... he did specifically say some part didn't plan. Let me check. I'm here. It's in my tablet. Asahi and Yoko become a couple just before the main characters enter their third year. Was this development planned from the start? Absolutely not. I just thought that it would be a bad joke if they didn't confess at that point, so they did. Let's see. There's so many things.
I mean, I guess it would have been a bad joke if they just went through everything and just went, nothing happened. Everyone would be so disappointed. Ooh.
Okay, were there other parts that did not happen as planned? If yes, which ones specifically? There are actually few events that do go as planned. Mika's confession in the future in Volume 5 and Asahi deciding to confess after that. Yoko kissing Asahi in Volume 8, all of those were outside my previsions. I don't remember all of this.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Do you remember which part specifically? I don't even know.
I don't remember, shit. Big problem. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so... Nope, he didn't mention anything about the teacher's arc. Yeah, in the interview, he didn't say anything about it. Yeah, but we did learn that...
When was the interview anyway? Was it after...
When was the interview?
That chapter when Sakurada...
I have no idea.
Yeah.
The interview is in Volume 13.
Is that after or before Sakurada saying he has feelings for Akari?
Volume 13 is after they officially dating. After Asahi and Yoko officially dating. So it's probably after the radio. It's probably after the radio.
But before Sakurada says out loud that he wants to confess to Akari.
Okay, let me check. That is a guy... Oh yeah, okay. So Sakurada, there's that part in the gym during the sport, like Sakurada tell everybody that he likes the teacher. That's in 98, chapter 98. So it's after this. So it's before this interview.
But no, actually, now that I think of it, if it's chapter 98, but the confession was chapter 80 something.
85.
It's actually a lot closer than I remember. Shit.
13 chapters apart. Yeah. And then...
Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
So yeah, the teacher is not mentioned in the interview. Wait, what's the teacher name again? Akari. Yeah. Okay, so he did say, the author did say something about Akari. Initially, she was really supposed to be just a homeroom teacher, a minor character, but as she interacted with the principal, she ended up developing in her own way. I was far from imagining I will eventually make her work in a maid cafe. Okay.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
she's
that's
just
it.
working the maid cafe. That's fucking hilarious. Oh,
It's alright.
I love it.
Okay, yeah. Speaking about that, there's two things I would like to comment. Well, the one is the art style. I think the author has a very unique art style, but I don't know why it doesn't grab me at all.
It could be a specific aesthetic you're more into that you don't see in this art style. Something subconscious, maybe. I don't know. I'm just.
I do like. I recognize that this really has a quite unique art style. Like if you see this art, you know this is the author's art style. So I have a thing for.
You do see it.
I have a thing for unique art style. No, I have a thing for unique art style. So I don't know why that this doesn't grab me at all. Even though the art style is so recognizable, it's like the author's iconic style, but it just doesn't grab me for some reason. Yeah, and then the other thing I wanna comment is I don't remember, so who fucking cares? Move on.
Move on to what I don't know. I'm getting a bit exhausted, actually. Shit.
Really? It's been
and a part of me
1 hour
hurts.
and 26 minutes.
1 hour 30 minutes
26 minutes.
for 30 minutes for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it is 1 hour 26 minutes. Yeah.
Let's see.
I would like to talk about the Thanos arc, but a part of me fucking hurts. Like
Thanos?
physically. Not hurt about the Thanos arc, it just hurts.
Oh, Thanos
I
arc.
need to get some medicine.
Thanos arc.
No, I need to get fucking medicine.
You need to get the medicine?
Yeah, I went to the doctor's today. I have
you
a bit
sick?
of a pain somewhere. I have a bit of a pain somewhere. It's on my ear, which is why these headphones are so fucking painful, and I'm putting them in a very bad position. I am fucked.
Ow. Do we really have to
So
stop
I'm
right now?
slowly getting.
Do we really have to stop?
Let's finish. I don't really even know what to talk about the Thanos arc.
Oh, well, you say
in the
you say
Thanos
you
arc.
want to talk about Thanos arc.
Let's assume it. Let's talk about it. If you have anything to say.
I have something to
'Cause I
say.
don't know what-
Thanos arc is
Yeah, say it.
cliche. Thanos
It is
arc, I've
pretty
seen
cliche.
Thanos. I've
It's
seen
also
Thanos arc
it
before.
feels a bit rushed because
Rush?
it feels a bit cliche because it comes out of rushed because in a sense of it comes out of. Does it come out of nowhere? No, it actually gets built up quite a bit.
Yes, foreshadow. I think it has foreshadow once or twice.
It's shadowed once, twice, just a few times, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really feel that.
It's
just
the
feel like
most. It's the most high stake thing in the entire thing because I guess it's because it's the final arc. It's the most
It is
high
the
stake
final arc.
thing.
It is also the part before Yoko's father
Before Yoko's father,
becomes Yoko's
Becomes-
father becomes that monstrous vampire thing,
what?
which is foreshadowed to be what Yoko will do in
What do
the
you
end
mean?
of her own school term.
Are you talking about the going back to the past?
Yoko's not in the past thing, just the idea of the end of the school year. Because remember, Yoko's story is slightly similar to her father's. However, her father's story has a bad end. The ending in which
Yoko is supposed to have a
he
bad end
becomes
as well, but they changed it.
Yeah, she's supposed to have a bad, but they changed it. But the idea that she is supposed to have a bad end is by itself already pretty high stakes. Which of course means that everything else in the fucking chapter must be high stakes, right? It's all about building up to, oh no, we can't stop Yoko from becoming a
So are you
scary
saying-
vampire.
Are you saying Yoko's father is implied going to become a monster as well in Thanos arc?
No. That is not what I'm saying. How should I say it?
How?
Because readers are expecting the last arc to be dramatic. Because they're all under the impression that Yoko is going to become a monster vampire, the author, Eiji Masura, has to write it in the way that it has to be as dramatic as possible.
And
Because, people's expectations.
okay, and
Blah,
then
blah, blah, that's what I have to say. No, that's all I have to say.
all right. Okay, so let me explain. So what I want to say about Thanos arc is about the cliche one is very different, like a completely different topic from yours. So I say cliche because Thanos has a evil plan because she has a because she has bad experience. And then
Oh no.
and then a common cliche for shonen villain is they are usually not evil, but they are just like being hurt by the world, or they have bad experience in the world that makes them turn evil. And this is like a common thing in shonen story. It's in Naruto, and it's in what story again? Juliet, the boarding school Juliet. It's in boarding school Juliet. It's in Naruto, and then from then on, and then people tell me that people who read a lot of shonen tell me that it's a common trope in shonen story. So yeah, from me, so when I see this fucking Thanos, it's like, oh, I want to separate monsters and humans because I have a fucking bad experience. Yeah, okay, boomer. And then just watch it and then yeah.
She's not a very compelling villain, but I think it works because of the fact that she's not a compelling victim, because everyone else is just so stupid. And there's this one gag where Asahi realizes, oh my god, she is smart. Which is one of the funnier parts of that.
What are you talking about?
One of the funniest parts.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Thanos.
Yeah?
When you say like, oh, she's a cliche and stuff, I think to myself, well, it works that she's cliche because in the grand scheme of things, her cliche makes her one of the most grounded characters in the entire series.
How so?
Because in the grand scheme of things, by this point in the story, everyone is just comedically stupid. They all have their straight moments, of course, but in the grand scheme of things, everything has just gone insane for the sake of comedy, of course.
Okay.
But here, she is a very straight man character. She has her motivations. She's not there for gags.
Okay. So
really.
You are saying Thanos is the most grounded character because she's the most serious. She's the villain. She's the
most cliche villain-wise. She's not cliche because of comedy. She's cliche because she's not. Because of something that's not comedy.
I don't think
she's beyond
meta joke.
comedy.
I don't think it's supposed to be set up as a meta joke.
It's not supposed to be a joke.
It's supposed to be a joke.
Her character works because she is not a joke, as compared to everyone else in the story who has become technically joke makers,
okay.
in a sense. Even when Asahi first meets Thanos, basically, he says, "Oh my god, she's different from everyone else. She's smart," which is incredibly.
I don't remember that joke at all. I really forgot about that part. Okay.
And that's why I say that her character technically works in the setting of Jitsu or Watashi. If she were in a more grounded series, like a more, like those drama series, or like a normal shonen action thing, she wouldn't really work that well because she's very cliche. And she's living in a world where everyone else is just straight man characters, I guess, usually. But in Jitsu wa Watashi, where everyone else is just the funny man, she is technically the most straight manish because she literally is not a joke, in a sense.
I think she cannot be a joke because she has to look threatening in the story.
I suppose you can also say it like that, now that you think about it.
She cannot be a joke. She can't be. Or else it will turn down the stakes of the final arc.
Stakes.
Yeah, like
stakes.
It's the final arc. I think the final arc
die.
begins with like Asahi. Is it not Asahi? Wait, is it Akari? No,
Asahi.
Wait. The Suika, the fucking devil. Akane.
No, it's Akane.
Yeah, the final. I remember the final arc. Like just begins with Akane, like lying on the ground with blood. Akane, which has been shown to be a very powerful person, and it's like she's lying on the ground with blood, and so it will give the impression that, oh my god, who the fuck is able to defeat Akane? Akane is so powerful. So whoever murdered this person whoever murdered Akane must be very powerful, and that's Thanos.
Thanos.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say. I like the drama of it. I like the ending of that arc where everyone reveals they are by them. Not everyone, at least like a lot of.
Oh yeah, that part. That part
reveal that they are non-humans.
Oh yeah, there's that part. Yeah, everyone reveals they are not human. I think that part can be very. How should I say, hype or interesting or memorable. I think that can be seen as very, very memorable and can relate with readers.
In my opinion, it was memorable. I guess it's my opinion, though, so I don't know.
If you don't like the series at all or cannot relate to the series at all, you will end up like me, who thinks it's just, oh, this part is supposed to be very memorable. I see, and then we'll move on. We just move on. I do understand what you're saying.
It was a great scene. It was a great scene. It should, in my opinion.
I also,
which is very interesting because I just came to the realization that everyone else was just doing their own business, but for some reason all these other non-humans were never revealed until like pretty late into the story, which is very interesting.
I feel like, okay, that's another thing I want to talk about now. So I didn't know this school is full of creatures up until this arc.
It's never been revealed now that I think about it.
Yeah, and then
because everyone has their secrets.
Like the author expressed, well, it's shown clearly in the beginning, and the author also said himself, like the theme of this story is secrets. And then I feel like this theme of secrets, he doesn't develop it very well, because so he showed it so he established in the first few chapters, okay, this secrets will play a big theme, and then for the whole manga it's all gags and serious story that has nothing to do with secrets, and then up until the final arc we just show up until the final arc, and then we just go back to a story that has something to do with secrets again. So I'm trying to say, I feel like the secrets team is not very important or developed, because it's only shown in the beginning and then forgotten and then come back in the final arc. So thematically, I don't think it's. So I feel like thematically it's quite downplayed.
Thematically,
it's very much downplayed.
The theme of secrets is not being used to its best.
Yeah, the theme is not used. At the least,
it's not being used that much at all.
It's not used that much. The theme's not used that much, so it results in. So when everyone review themselves, it's not very. What should I say? It's not feel very powerful.
Then again, Nagisa, Shiho, and Mikan do try to keep their secrets though. Nagisa keeps her secret away from Shiho. Shiho keeps her secret away from, I think, Nagisa and just Mikan in general.
Wait, oh yeah, there's that part. There's that part that everyone
just tries to hide her fucking glasses.
There's that part that all the girls, they just accidentally reveal their secrets to each other.
They found out who each other and this sort of three-way. What the fuck? You're an alien? You're a pervert guy? And you glasses talk? Wow! It's so interesting. And they still are friends. Yay! Which is so nice. Friendship triumphs all.
I don't have any more to say about this manga.
My ears fucking hurt.
Oh, I can end. I don't have anything more to say, so I can end it here. And do you have anything more to say?
Nothing. I just like this manga. Woohoo! You
just really like this manga. Oh, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I like the comedic style of the manga. It's not everyone's comedic style, of course.
To me, it's a jack of all trade comedy. Jack of all trade comedy. Like why as a paddle?
The comedy is the best. Yeah, but the best comedy that it always goes to is the reaction comedy. The idea of absurdity, reaction, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, to me, I still cannot tell what kind of comedy counts as reactionary. So I'm not sure whether I read a reactionary manga before. Does 4 comma count? Or Gintama count?
4 commas usually, from what I remember, Gintama has a lot of words. It's very wordy. A lot of talking to the joke.
I've only watched the anime.
Oh.
I wish I remember. It's
Yeah,
quite
technically,
funny.
I think it will work a lot. I think it will work a lot better as an anime, Gintama, because a lot of the talking just becomes actual talking. But now it's with voices, and with tones of voice and different volumes of voice
And subtitles.
That's amazing.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people probably are going to watching subtitles. I mean, unless you
doesn't matter. They still have fucking ears. They can still hear it.
What?
They still have ears. They can still hear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can stop here.
Me die. Me go to sleep.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You close the show, or I close the show. I close the show. I close the show. Thank you. Thank you for listening to Penguin and Scribbles episode 5, the Jitsu Watashi wa. And then stay tuned for the next episode.
Episodes. I don't know where the fuck that is.
Well, probably in a month. Yeah.
It might be in a month. Who knows?
We try to make it monthly.
We'll be seeing you guys then. This is Kodo and Jordan. We are signing off. I am gonna have to put fucking paint at OG6 on this fucking wound. Fuck.
Okay.
See you.
Goodbye.
One more. See you guys. One more.